So, it's finally time. The version 5.7 special livestream is happening tomorrow, and in this video, I want to go over everything you can expect, from the new character banners and events to major story developments like the possible return of the unknown god, and even new gameplay modes and quality of life updates. There's a lot packed into this patch. This live stream is shaping up to be one you won't want to miss. First, let's talk dates. The official stream is dropping tomorrow, June 6th at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, UTC-4. Now keep in mind, depending on where you live, this time changes. If you're in Europe, that's early afternoon. Southeast Asia, probably late evening. So double check your time zone because this is one stream you don't want to miss. And of course, as always, we'll get 3 redeem codes worth 300 Primo Gems. But here's the catch. They expire after just 16 hours. So I'm going to post all 3 codes immediately on my channel right after they go live. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss them. Now, let's get into the juicy stuff, because this live stream isn't just business as usual. There are so many layers to what version 5.7 is shaping up to be. Starting with banners. If the current leaks hold, we're looking at a massive debut. Skirk. Yeah, that's Skirk. Tartaglia's mentor from the Abyss, who we briefly met in Fontaine. She's finally going to be playable, and her design is just as intense as you'd expect. From what we've seen so far, Skirk is a 5-star cryo sword user whose entire playstyle revolves around a special resource called Serpent's Subtlety. It's kind of like a power gauge that fuels both her enhanced normal attacks and elemental burst. The interesting part is how it gradually boosts her cryo damage over time, making her extremely potent in both mono cryo teams and hydro cryo synergy comps. Think of her like a more complex Ayaka or Ganyu with added mechanical depth. If you love characters that reward timing and micromanagement, she could be your next obsession. And she's not coming alone. Dahlia, a new 4-star hydro sword unit from Mondstadt, is also expected to debut. He's designed as a support, and his elemental burst gives a shield and buffs the active character's attack speed based on his max HP. That could open up some fun high-velocity teams, especially for hyper carries who benefit from attack string speed-ups. Now, as far as reruns go, the rumors point to a pretty stacked banner lineup. Phase 1 is expected to feature Skirk and Emily, the 5-star Dendro Polearm user who works well in burning and overloaded team compositions. And Phase 2 might bring back Mavika, the Pyro Archon herself, for her first rerun along with Shenhei, a cryo buffer who actually pairs well with Skirk if you're going full cryo meta. Again, we'll get full confirmation during the stream, but so far the info comes from sources that have consistently been accurate. And of course, it wouldn't be a proper update without a big event. This time, the main event is called Battle of Imagined Arrays, and it's confirmed to give us a free copy of Sethos, the 4-star Electro Bow user. If you missed his debut or want some constellations, this is a great chance to grab him without spending Primo Gems. The event format seems to be challenge-based, probably similar to Misty Dungeon or Hyakunin Ikki, lots of team building, rotating buffs, and stage-specific gimmicks. Honestly, these are usually a lot of fun, and tend to reward creative playstyles. One of the biggest additions in 5.7 is Tamalt Subduer, a brand new endgame mode built around pure boss fights. No mobs, just high-difficulty encounters back-to-back. It's designed for experienced players and offers actual rewards, including Primo Gems and new potential weapon skins. These skins don't change stats, but they're a fresh visual layer, and the feature is already in the beta. If it goes well, this could finally be the Spiral Abyss alternative the community has wanted for years. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Because version 5.7 isn't just big in terms of gameplay, it's potentially massive for the story. Dainsleif is back? Yup, the mysterious Conrion guide with unresolved trauma. This will be his first proper appearance since the Fontaine Archon quest, and every time he shows up, something huge gets revealed. And this time, leakers found a new scene asset in the 5.7 files labeled Scene Object HP Teleport. That HP almost certainly stands for Heavenly Principles, and the actual texture? It looks like the exact same red energy spike effect we saw in the opening cutscene of the game, the moment when time stopped, the sky cracked open, and the unknown god appeared. And here's the kicker. This isn't recycled code. It's a new asset freshly added to the game files, and it matches her visual style perfectly. Now, this doesn't guarantee she'll appear in person during the 5.7 quest, but with Dainsleif's story quest confirmed and this texture suddenly showing up in the same version, the timing is too specific to ignore. Some leaks even reference the name Asmodee, which might finally be the true identity of the unknown god. Whether we see her directly or just get a flashback, or even hear her name spoken in dialogue, this could be the first real movement in the story that began with the twins' separation. And if she's returning, we might finally shift away from the regional Archon model and start dealing with the real forces that controlled Teyvat, Celestia, the Abyss, the sustainer of heavenly principles. Now let's talk quality of life updates, because version 5.7 is honestly loaded. This might be the biggest batch of improvements we've ever seen in one patch. First up, artifact presets are finally becoming a thing. You'll be able to save 2 full sets per character and switch between them instantly. No more digging through your inventory trying to remember who had what after swapping a circlet for a different build. They're also adding talent video previews directly in the character screen, which is super helpful for newer players or anyone trying to decide if they want to pull for someone. Just watch the skill in action. No need to read through text walls. The map now shows your condensed resin count, which is such a small thing, but genuinely saves time when you're planning your day. Group chat is getting a big update too, with support for tagging players using the @player format, plus a new emoji menu that makes co-op communication faster. Weekly bosses are also getting a little buff. Your first clear each week now gives 3 boss materials instead of 2, which is great if you're farming talents or weapon ascensions. In domains, they've added the option to use 1 fragile resin to instantly triple your rewards. And there's finally a toggle to skip the reward animation, which will save tons of time for players grinding dailies. Spiral Abyss is getting some long overdue updates too. After a full run, you'll now get a detailed stat breakdown, and the rewards will auto-collect. No more clicking through every floor. You can also save your teams between floors, which is a huge deal if you're switching characters mid-run for specific reactions or mechanics. They've even added leyline tracking straight into the adventure journal, which just makes everything smoother. And for collectors or photo mode fans, the Imaginarium Theater is getting new thespian tricks, basically unlockable idle poses for Mualani, Yao Yao, Lynette, and Charlotte using toy medals. It's a nice cosmetic reward for people who like to personalize their characters. On top of that, Raiden Shogun and Shenhei are getting new echo effects, those visual trails that follow your character when they sprint or dash. They don't affect gameplay, but they look amazing, especially in photo mode or when showing off your team in co-op. Anyway, I'll be watching the stream live and posting the redeem codes immediately, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. This one is going to be big. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited about. Skirk, the unknown god, or maybe finally seeing Dainsleif in action. Either way, 5.7 might be the version where everything starts to come together.